welcome to Back to Basics Homestead. My name's Annie. Today I'm talking about propagating cuttings. So a couple of weeks back during a live, I had a special request about cuttings. I mentioned that I brought in a couple of plants in the fall. So last year I brought in some melon sage, some pineapple sage, some rosemary, and some lemon thyme. Yeah, that's what I brought in. And I had success rooting a rosemary plant in the lime thyme. The rest, I'm not sure what I've done wrong. Usually they were taking pretty good, but I'm gonna do that again. So I'm buying because those are hybrids, I can't get them from seeds, the pineapple sage and the melon sage because they're not perennials here. So I'm gonna bring in a couple of clippings or try to dig out something during the summer and bring it inside so I no longer have to buy those. I really enjoy having these herbs, and I did do in my top 10 herbs, I referenced pineapple sage. So let's root some cuttings. I want to show you basil first. So basil, I had a mother plant. I bought it at the store. I was craving fresh greens in my salad. So I just cut the basil plant and I make sure that there was a connection of leaves. See, I have one here, and I have one here. So there used to be leaves here, 2 sets. I always try at least 2. And basil, I root it in water. I find it's better success than the rest. I'm not sure why, but it seems to work. And this is what it's gonna look like after 3-4 weeks. This is a bit more than 3-4 weeks. So there's a lot of roots. But technically, generally speaking, after 3-4 weeks, you're supposed to have roots. When I have the roots of the basil plant, I use a 50 plug tray like this. So this, like the whole plug is about 2 inches, and I just plant them in there. From there, once they are very established, I grab them by the stem, and there's a nice established root system, not too much. I put 3-4 in a 4-inch pot, and I actually gift those. I have a couple of these. I'm experimenting with this for Mother's Day, for the teachers at school, or for myself when I want fresh greens. So that's for basil. It's really, if you want to start cuttings and you want to start small, go to the store and just buy that big plant and you'll be able to make baby plants from it. But make sure that you have, when you cut it, you have at least 2 little connections of leaves. So this is my mother plant that I bought. Mine wasn't like, when I opened the kit, it was in a horrible situation. So I removed everything. I was like, not good. And like example here, I have one, it had leaves here and it had leaves here. So I would cut it right here. But I have so much right now. I just wanted to show you for the purpose of the camera. So here's another example. I wouldn't take this one. This one is way too small. See, this one, I have a head, I have a set of leaves, and then I would cut it under because the roots are going to set out from here. So this is for basil. If you like the content that I create, don't forget to subscribe, hit that little bell, to get a notification that I've published a new video. And might as well, you can put a comment below. That helps me a lot. There's also another way to propagate basil. It's to, I'm going to show it from you up close. So I did that, exactly what I just said. And then the plant is actually continuing. And here, I don't know if you can see, I've cut one. So this was the head right here. I've cut here. And then this will continue to do its thing. So this plant, this cutting, I made a second one later on. The second one I want to talk about is lavender. Lavender, we had like warm temperatures outside and I had access to my plant. And I just took cuttings and I just put them in here. These take a little long while to establish. So I take the cutting of a young plant and I remove, same thing. I keep a little bit, but there was like a little bushy parts here. I just removed everything from the bottom down. And I'm just going to plant this in here. I have 5 that are looking pretty good. So this has been a while. So this one is actually doing what it's supposed to. The greens are coming back. The brown is leaving. This one too. There's water falling down. Uh-oh. Okay. So lavender is also pretty easy. You need to take the young plants. So you have the woody part here, and you have a young growth. This is where you would cut. Same thing here. So this is a newer. I would cut here, here, and I would have 2 future seedlings. Now, rosemary. So this is a rosemary clipping, brand new, just harvested it. I put it in water because I didn't automatically plant it right after cutting it. But this is what I'll do. I'm going to keep the top part and I'm going to remove every single leaves. I could probably do 2 cuttings with this one. But I want it strong. So I'm going to remove everything. Don't throw these out. You can cook with these. Okay, so this is what we're working with. So there's many places where it can root. I'm just going to dump it. How many rosemary do I have? 2? 2. Let's do that. Just going to put that. And that's it. And this is what it's going to look like after a month. So I just up-potted these. They had nice root system in the 50 plug tray, and this is actually a seedling. So when I transplanted it, I had also seedlings. So this is a young seedling, but this is a cutting. I wanted to see what these 2 would do. So that's what it looks like. Here's another one. Also, this is a seedling. This is the cutting. So I'm going to put this in water with this one. So remove the bottom leaves. Keep that for my salad this afternoon. And just put it in the soil. Same thing, about 3-4 weeks. you should see roots. Last one. So this is thyme, lemon thyme. You could pinch it with your fingers, but like be very, very, very careful. I always end up breaking it. Okay, this time I managed it. So we want it to look like that. And we don't want the woody, we want the young ones, the young, because it's easier to root. I'm going to water it. I'm using seed starting mix. I forgot to say that. I sometimes do with also potting mix. I'm just using what I have now. So in 3-4 weeks, I'm going to have established plants. I'm going to up pot them in 4-inch pots. Many reasons why I'm doing that. Gifts. I won't have to worry about it being root bound. I also want to show you one last thing about rooting, and it's sweet potatoes, sweet potato slips. So in January, I tried to root these two. I have 2 of these, 1 of these. For a reason I don't understand, these ones are like super slow to do this thing. This one, it was right automatic. So I just dumped a sweet potato in water. It created all of that. And then I just tear off the slips and it creates. So I have close to 10 plants in here, and soon I'm going to put them like about 3 weeks, 2 weeks before transplanting date. I'm going to put them in plug trays so they're established and ready to be in the ground. So that's another fun project to do cuttings from. Let me know in the comments below, what is your favorite cuttings to do? Like, I love to do pineapple, sage, mint. They're so easy. Basil, like I said, it's easy. Rosemary is definitely gonna be one I'm gonna do every year, but let me know below what is your favorite one. I might find some new ideas to try for this summer. One last thing I wanna say is March Molasse Madness is officially finished. I wanna thank you personally for encouraging us, supporting us, and commenting, sharing our content throughout the month of March. It was so fun. Lynn and I had so much fun doing this, and we're gonna talk about the possibility of making it also next year. Until the next one, take care. Bye.